Hello everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, depending on where you are watching from. Welcome back to Wisdom Honey Farm here in Ohaozara, Ebonyi State, Nigeria. On today's episode, I am taking you through a very important part of beekeeping, how we separate honey from the honeycomb and prepare it for bottling using a simple, traditional method. This is not the modern commercial method of honey processing. This particular process was done using the simple equipment available to us at the farm, mainly for family use and a small customer order. We are sharing the process with you because we want you to see what actually happens from the hive to the bottle. So, stay with me as we go through the entire process. A little background before we begin. The honey you are seeing in this video came from one of our older colonies. There was a period when I had serious challenges with the location of my farm. I originally had some of my hives on another piece of land, but the landowners later asked me to vacate the place. Because of that, I had to move my equipment and find another location for the bees. Moving a bee farm is not as easy as moving ordinary equipment. You have to consider the bees, the hive boxes, the location, the weather, and many other things. These challenges caused several delays in our beekeeping activities. We also experienced problems with termites affecting some of our hive boxes. Because of that, we had to make changes and transfer some of our colonies into new boxes. And if you have been following Wisdom Honey Farm, you may remember one of our previous videos where we showed you the process of transferring a bee colony from one hive box to another. That is the same colony we are referring to in this video. We went to inspect the hive and check what was available. After harvesting the honeycomb, we brought it back so we could begin the process of separating the honey from the comb. And that is where today's main story begins. Now we have the honeycomb containing the honey. The traditional method we are using here is very simple. We manually press the honeycomb to release the honey. This is one of the basic methods people have used for generations when modern honey processing equipment was not available. Our forefathers and many traditional beekeepers used simple methods like these to extract honey for household consumption. Today, there are modern machines such as honey extractors, filters, settling tanks, and other processing equipment that make the work faster and more efficient. At Wisdom Honey Farm, we are working towards getting more of this professional equipment as the farm continues to grow. But for this particular process, we are using what we have available. As you can see, we are pressing the honeycomb carefully with our hands. The purpose is to release the honey while leaving behind most of the wax and other solid materials from the comb. After pressing, the honey still needs to be filtered. This is an important stage because you don't want pieces of wax and other visible particles from the honeycomb going directly into the bottle. So we are now moving to the sieving stage. Here we are using a clean, fine mesh or sieving net to filter the honey. The honey passes through the net while larger pieces of wax and other particles remain behind. You can see the difference as the honey becomes clearer and cleaner looking after filtering. This is a very simple process, but it requires patience. After filtering, we have the honey ready for bottling. This is the part where we begin preparing the final product. For this particular batch, we had different bottle sizes. The 500 milliliter bottle was priced at 8,000 naira. The 250 milliliter bottle was 4,000 naira. And the 1,000 milliliter bottle was 15,000 naira. These were the prices at the time this video was recorded, so prices may change over time. We also have other sizes depending on what the customer needs. Now comes the bottling process. We carefully pour the filtered honey into the bottle. After filling the bottle, we close it properly. This is followed by the labeling process. The label carries the name Wisdom Honey Farm so that customers can identify our product. If you are watching this video from Nigeria, Ghana, Indonesia, the United States, the United Kingdom, Italy, or anywhere else in the world, I want you to know that this is what we are building here in Ohaozara, Ebonyi State, Nigeria. We are starting from where we are using the resources we have and improving step by step. And I want to be very clear about something. This particular video is showing you a simple traditional processing method. It is not the modern commercial honey processing system. We are currently working toward getting better equipment for processing and packaging as the farm grows. Our goal is to improve our equipment, improve our processing environment, and continue building Wisdom Honey Farm into a stronger beekeeping business. So, what you are watching today is part of our journey. It is not where the journey ends. Now let's talk briefly about honey itself. Honey is a natural food produced by honeybees from nectar collected from flowers. It contains naturally occurring sugars, which is why honey can provide a quick source of energy. Honey also contains various plant compounds, including antioxidant compounds, although the exact composition can vary depending on the flowers from which the bees collected nectar. Many people also use honey to soothe a sore throat or cough. However, honey should be enjoyed as a food, not treated as a cure for diseases. And one very important thing to remember is that honey should never be given to babies under 1 year of age because of the risk of infant botulism. For everyone else, honey can be enjoyed in moderation as part of a balanced diet. For us at Wisdom Honey Farm, honey is more than just something inside a bottle. It represents the work of thousands of bees. Think about it. A single honeybee may visit many flowers while collecting nectar. Those bees work together as a colony. They protect their hive, they build their comb, they collect nectar, they process it, and eventually we are able to harvest a portion of what they have produced. That is why I have so much respect for these small creatures. They may be small, but their work is incredible. And this is also why beekeeping is not always easy. There are challenges, there are times when you lose colonies, there are times when you have problems with termites, there are times when you have to move your farm, there are times when you need equipment that you cannot afford immediately, but we keep going. Today we may be using a simple method. Tomorrow we hope to have better equipment. Today we may have a small number of hives. Tomorrow we hope to have many more. That is the journey of Wisdom Honey Farm. We are building it one colony at a time. Now the bottling is complete. We close the bottles properly and then we move on to labeling. Here you can see the Wisdom Honey Farm label. This is our brand. And as we continue to grow, we want our customers to be able to recognize our products and know where they come from. If you ever come across someone claiming to represent Wisdom Honey Farm, please make sure you verify the person through our official contact information before making any purchase. We want our customers to be safe and confident when dealing with our brand. And there we have it. From the bee colony to the honeycomb, from the honeycomb to manual pressing, from pressing to filtering, and finally from filtering into the bottle. That is the simple traditional process we used for this particular batch. It may not be the modern method, but it is part of our story, and I'm happy to share that story with you. To everyone watching from Nigeria, thank you. To our viewers in Ghana, Indonesia, the United States, the United Kingdom, Italy, and every other country where you are watching from, thank you so much. Your support means a lot to us. If you enjoy seeing real beekeeping, honey harvesting, hive transfers, bee colonies, and life on a Nigerian bee farm, then make sure you subscribe to Wisdom Honey Farm. Like this video, share it with someone who loves bees or wants to learn about beekeeping, and leave a comment telling me where you are watching from. I would really love to know how far Wisdom Honey Farm has reached. And if there is something about bees, honey, or beekeeping that you would like me to talk about in our next episode, leave your question in the comments. I will do my best to answer it. We started with bees. We faced challenges. We moved our farm. We transferred colonies. We dealt with termites. We harvested honey. And today, we are here showing you the process. The journey is still going on. One day, by God's grace, we will have the modern equipment we need to process our honey more efficiently. But until then, we will continue learning, improving, and sharing the journey with you. This is Wisdom Honey Farm from Ohaozara, Ebonyi State, Nigeria. Thank you for watching.